Hey guys, good night. So we had a really good trade today. I'll start talking about the trade until you all start coming in, and then I'll answer the questions, and that'll be it for this session. As you all know by now, these sessions are not really trading sessions. It's more questions. If you all have any questions or any concerns, right? So today's trade was the trade on gold. We had a really good setup today. The market pushed up to an area that I identified, that I shared with you all, and then the market rejected nicely off of that area. So that's a good area for us to continue to look at. I am expecting a continuation of that move on gold. So we should see the market finally come down to last week. We were looking at that 2003 area and beyond. I'm expecting with the rejection that we had today off of that zone that the market will continue bearish down to those areas now and start taking out those areas, scoring some points, and then maybe pulling back. All right, so that's what I'm looking at on gold. US 30, last I checked, US 30 should be bullish now. And I am going to be sending out an update on that maybe tomorrow. Please go. We had a nice break and retest last week on the US 30. So we should see some continuation bullish, which is what we saw with the market broke out, came back down to the zone, and continued to push up. So that's what I'm looking at on US 30 and gold. But as I said, this is not a trading session, so you all could go ahead and type your questions. Let me answer your questions. I don't like keeping you all longer than we have to be here, so if it's not plenty questions, then we won't stay long. But let me know, and I don't mind answering your questions about the program starting in February, guys. So go ahead and type your questions. Let me see what questions you all want answered tonight, guys. Whatever questions, whatever concerns. Yes, so the program starts from scratch. So if you are already trading and you have knowledge, some of this stuff would kind of be a recap for you. But if you don't have any knowledge at all, I'm taking you from the get go. So module one is basically Japanese candlesticks, understanding what they are, like how to see them, how to read a chart. That is basically module one, where we'd be going over from the beginning. So the program takes you from, I cater for people not knowing anything at all. This is not in any way an advanced course like where you have to already know how to trade or anything like that. This takes you from not understanding anything about a chart to pulling up a chart for the first time, and we start to go through and we build upon that week after week after week. Yeah. So yeah, it is designed for novice traders. To be honest, it'll actually be a little bit easier for novice traders, because if you're trading a while and I'm teaching something a little bit different, sometimes it's hard to unlearn and relearn something. So it's easier to be able to learn something from scratch, maybe that you never knew before. Yes, so the payments are automated. So what happened? If you sign up on the 10th of the month, the 10th of the following month, it will pull automatically from your card. Once the payment goes through, you would continue to have access. If it does not go through, then you won't have access until you sort out the payment for that month, because I am doing it where we're spreading it over a period, so you get time to make the payments, and that's how that works. So yes, it is automated, and it pulls. You would have set it up with PayPal, with your credit card, so it pulls whatever date, whatever sign up date, it pulls the same date of the following month, and it will pull 6 times and then also stop automatically as well. Any other questions? I know some of you all said in the vote you all had questions. If you have questions, make sure and ask them so that I could go ahead and answer them. Hey, no problem, Michael. All right. I'm not sure if anybody else. I'm still getting all the problems to pay. What exactly is the issue that you're having? Because I pulled up the link on my end and it seems to be working. I also had other people sign up normal. So when you click on the PayPal link, it's supposed to ask you to log into PayPal. So you're gonna log into PayPal, right? And then once you log into PayPal, you're supposed to have your credit card linked with PayPal. So the issues clients would have, or even myself using PayPal, it would be maybe that the card, like let's say you have a new card, you still have an old card linked, stuff like that. But other than that, there shouldn't be any issue. Okay, as in, what bank are you with? But even with the bank, because it's PayPal, I don't think you should have an issue. So what the banks do basically is sometimes they put blocks on merchants, and what you have to do is simply just call. There's a card number on the back, and you could call and just let them know you're trying to put your payment using PayPal, and they'll tell you, all right, try it in 15 minutes again or something like that. That's what I know happened. Okay, JMMB, I don't know their policy at all, because I've never dealt with them in terms of having any clients to deal with them. So yeah, I kind of deal with the 4 major banks that we have here in terms of Republic, Scotia, FCB, Royal. I'm not sure what's JMMB policy, so that's something you'd have to follow up with them on. Reach out to them. I'm sure they have a card number as well, because if it's a credit card, the only thing is might be the limit, because I know they might have. I think with JMMB, they would have a limit. So for instance, if their limit is 100 US per day or something like that, but I could be wrong, I'm just going with what I remember, but this was a while back, I don't know if it changed. But for instance, if their limit is 100 US a day and you're trying to do a payment for 197, you're not going to get through. Also, I think all card call centers supposed to be 24 hours, right? Because if you try to use your card in the night or you're away at a different time, all of them supposed to be 24 hours. So you can, if it's card center that you're calling to get information, you should be able to call at any time and get the information. If you have to call a branch, well then sure, you'd have to wait until tomorrow, please God, when the bank is open to do it. But yeah, if not, there is the cash option. The only thing for the cash option is you have to pay 2 months at a time. So you'd have to pay now for the first 2 months, and then in 2 months time you'll pay again for another 2 months, and then you'll make a last payment for 2 months again for the last 2 months. If it's a cash payment, if it's crypto payment, that's how it's set up. Yeah. Any other questions? I see some more people have joined. Any questions that you want to ask about the program coming up? Or even if we have a couple trading questions, it won't be like a chart dive to say I'm going to a chart. But if you all have any questions that you all want me to answer. So the price of the program is $197.99. So basically 200 US, 6 payments of 200 US. So it's $197.99 for 6 months, right? And as I said, we are going to be working together for those 6 months. Just to give you a recap again, in what you get for the price, you're going to get access to some recorded content. You're going to get access to live sessions on a Sunday and a Wednesday where we are going to be going over the education together live. You are going to get access to recorded videos during the week. You are going to get access to my actual trades, all the trades, not just the one or two that I share in the paid group, in the free group, sorry. You are going to get access to that. We don't trade live for the first 2 months unless you are trading already. You are going to get homework to do as well, to be submitted. So that way I want to make sure that by the end of this program is designed to make you self-sufficient as a trader. It's not one of those programs where you're going to have to be trading with me and just stay with me for the rest of your life and pay a subscription monthly. This program in particular is designed to get you trading just like myself, and then you could be an independent trader. So after the 6 months, sometimes, as I said, we might go for about a year together. I might have clients stay on after the 6 months and we continue to trade together, while they just get their confidence up and stuff. But after that, there's no need to say, all right, yes, you need to be. You can, if you want the community, if you want to be part of the group, sure you can, but there's no need for it at that point. You could become a self-sufficient trader. All right, so that's what you get, Sally, in terms of for the price, and that is the package basically. We start trading live together 2 months to 3 months into the package, depending on how fast everybody's going. You also get one-on-one. You also get one-on-one session. So the paid group is the paid group would be from this program, meaning when you take a spot, one of the 49 members, that will become the paid group, and then as I share different content there. I don't have a separate free group. As I said, I do this probably once a year because we're working together for 6 months. So when I do it, you get a spot in the group. We work together, we trade together for that 6 months. As I said, sometimes it's extended a little bit more, and then after that, if you want to stay in the group, you can. But I don't have a group active now from the last batch that I did with the information that I shared with you all. Other than the community, there's no need to for you to just keep paying a subscription. As I say, I have a problem with those programs, a lot of those network marketing programs with trading, because it basically says that their package is basically is infinite, is indefinite, because you could never say, all right, cool, you can't outright buy the package, and I could be with them for a year and miss one payment, that next payment, and basically I don't have access to any of the education or any of the groups or anything like that. So I get the model. I know it's network marketing really that Forex is the product of, but for me, trading is not something. Trading is basically an individual sport at the end of the day, because the reality of the situation is a lot of new traders as well will get distracted by too much information. So I'm sure there'll be a scenario where you might be in a buy and you see somebody else maybe who you value their opinion, and they say, all right, they're looking to sell. But the reality of it is one trade might be short term, one might be long term, and you might close out your position thinking, all right, hey, I'm going to go with what they said. They took a quick scalp sell, got out of the trade, made their profit because that's all they needed, and then the market turns around and goes in the original direction that you came out of your trade on. So it's about understanding, you learning the skill, and then you could apply it, seeing what you see on the chart, determining what type of trader you want to be, and then we go from there. Because with the education I'm sharing, it could work if you're a scalper, it could work if you're a swing trader, if you're a day trader, it could work. So you see, Devin, that's what I was saying. So the point of it is that you want to learn how to trade so that when you do your analysis, you stick to your analysis. Because as I said, in trading in particular, there's a lot of competition out there about who feels they're right, that the market will do this now, it'll do that now. But for me, I've been around long enough to know that there are multiple strategies that are profitable in this market. So watching somebody's strategy and saying, all right, hey, yeah, Fibonacci trades don't work, or only supply and demand work, that doesn't make any sense to me at all, because I've seen Fibonacci traders make money, I've seen supply and demand traders make money, I've seen scalpers make money, I've seen swing traders make money trading in different directions. So it's all about, when you do your analysis and you have a sound foundation and you do that analysis, it's all about, all right, this is what I see happening over the next couple of days, or over the next couple of minutes, or over the next couple of weeks, and that's what I'm looking to do. So I do, again, too much information is really a bad thing, because everybody treats trading differently. So in terms of the members that I am working with, there will be couple short ebooks as we do each module, and I have it set up in a, I do my modules in an order to ensure basically the same way that you approach trading a blank chart. So to ensure that there's no confusion or anything like that. So the same way we'll do a blank chart. So if the first thing that you need to do, as I said, module 1 has been already completed, because I refresh it ever so often. So as the new batch is coming up, I'm currently working on the content. Some of them would just be, as you say, like mini ebooks, but most of them would be video sessions live. And even with the ebooks, what I tend to do is you get the ebook beforehand so that you could read and go through, and then basically when we have the live session for that, we actually dive in the charts and take a look to be able to identify what we're seeing. So it's not just going to be theory, it's going to be both theory and practical. It's going to be a mix of ebooks, it's going to be a mix of video content to make sure that everybody, so despite how you consume info, I'm going to try to provide a lot of different ways so that you could be able to really grasp and understand the markets. Yeah, so for now, I won't like recommend any book in particular. There are a couple books that I would be sharing, but it'll be over the period of the program. Yeah. Any other questions? Yeah, no problem. Can we make a small down payment and while trading, so can I pay it with the money? So it's all right. So in terms of a small down payment, what you're talking about, the fee for the program, is that what you're asking about? Because that's why I split it up in the first place. So I split it up that you don't have to pay basically 6 payments of 197 all at once. So it's going to be, you pay this, you sign up this month, you get a spot, what you get, and then you basically go from there. If you're talking about the fees, I don't like to put, so this is something that, again, me being experienced over the while, right, over the years, I don't recommend putting pressure on yourself, meaning I've turned a lot of traders away, meaning if you're going to take your rent money to trade, to try and say, all right, I see the benefit, I could take this money to flip it to be able to take back out next month, I could almost guarantee that is the month that you take a loss. I could almost guarantee it. And it has to do with, there's the trading is a lot of mindset. And when you put extra pressure on yourself that I need to make this money back now, you make bad decisions. So for instance, you jump into trades when you shouldn't be in trades because you need to justify, all right, I broke it down, I need to make $20 today. And if there's no opportunity to make $20 today, instead of waiting patiently, you tend to force a trade, you take a loss. So now when you take a loss, it's a ripple effect, because you no longer, you not only need to make $20 tomorrow, you need to make back the $20 that you lost today, right? And you could go on and on and on like that. So it applies the same thing to any fee or any program that you're doing. As I say, I would rather you not do the program if you cannot out of pocket afford the monthly installments. It's not that I'm saying that we won't make it back, but that extra pressure would cause you, because at the end of the day, while I'm working with you is fine. When I'm not working with you, you have to place your trades for yourself, right? It's not always, the point of this is that so you know how to place a trade on your own, right? So the point of it is, can that work? Yes, it can. Would I recommend it? No, I won't recommend it. Simply because I want you to be trading pressure free so that you could really get trading and then start to enjoy the benefits of it. Hope that makes some sense. But my aim is always, all of my programs are set up in a way that if you're paying me $10, it's because I'm trying to make $50 so that the program can pay for itself. That's how I have it set up. So that's why I was saying, somebody asked a question, I think in one of the lives, and the account size that I'm looking at is probably $500 to $1,000 in the account when it's time for clients to trade live. Because I know from that, if we're doing, for instance, as we've been doing, like the trade today basically immediately went up about 200 pips, right? So if the target is like 300 pips for the month, for the week, right, and you're trading at maybe 50 cents or a dollar, that's $150 to $300 for the week. So you find 200 a month. You find maybe in 1 week we could cover the fees, and then the other 3 weeks is profits, is yours. But as I said, what happens when it's a slow week? For instance, last week we didn't close out the trade, right? Or we closed out, I think, quite Friday. I told you how to close out on Friday. So on Friday we finally closed out, which means whole week we were in 2 sets of trades. One ended up, we were in 3 trades last week. 1 took a loss. 2 was supposed to be closed out at positive, and then we took 1 that ran for the whole of the week. So that would have been considered to me a slow week, right? Or even a losing week because of the 1 trade that closed out earlier, right? And then we made basically an immediate win to start this week. Quick trade question: what's a good account size that a beginner should start with? 500 to 1,000 if that's kind of all you have. If you have capital, like as I said, I don't know everybody individual situation. If you have capital, I don't recommend, even if you have capital, I don't recommend starting with more than probably 2,500 US. Get comfortable first, and then, and let's say you had 10,000 US, I would still only tell you to put on a max of about 25 when you're starting. Get comfortable trading, place the trades, practice for a little bit, and then you could say, all right, cool, let me top up the rest and then trade. Rather than putting on the 10 from the beginning, you would make poor decisions as a trader in the beginning. Everybody will. You will. So in order to just basically survive that, rather than losing, if in a worst case scenario you lose the $2,000, you still have 8 that you had geared towards trading to put back on. So for me, platform, I'm using the broker that I use is AvaTrade. And again, members will get access to the specific link to be able to open accounts. All of that we're going to be going over, and the reasons why we use certain accounts and everything. Yeah. Any other questions? If no, just type in a no for me, please, and then I'll go ahead and end the session. If you have questions, just type them in and I'll get to them. All good? All right. All right, doesn't seem to have any more questions, so that is it for the session tonight, guys. Thanks for coming out. I'll see you all again soon.